The Gretchen Swanson Center for Nutrition is a nonprofit research and evaluation firm based in Omaha, Nebraska. Through our projects, we focus on food insecurity, healthy eating, active living, policy advocacy, and health equity work. One of our other tenets is to focus on what we can do for the community. Through our work, we have developed the Rooted in Evidence grant program. This grant program has focused on bringing together food banks from across the nation to focus on building their capacity to perform evaluation work with their clients.
The Fresh Pantry truck is specifically for feeding in food deserts. So we're finding these folks where they live in a food desert and bringing them the food that does not exist in that space.
After releasing our RFP, we were delighted to have over 50 applications from food banks from across the country that were interested in participating in our program. This, of course, made for a difficult decision internally, but after a lot of thought and consideration, we landed on 5 distinct food banks with different programming that we were excited to help.
The Grocery Bags for Seniors program is the Food Shuttle's longest running program. It's almost 30 years old, and there has never been a formal evaluation of this program. So we thought this would be a great opportunity to work with an organization that can help us get the most out of an evaluation of this program.
Their participation in the program included the attendance of learning sessions that occurred online as well as here in Omaha for a 2-day event where they got to know each other as well as learn the ins and outs of evaluation.
I really would like to learn how to evaluate the programs that we're doing. I want to learn how I can best serve the population that we're going after, and I want to be able to improve and do it better as we continue to expand.
I've never had any in-depth training on how to do evaluation, so the entire process was me learning more than just the basics that I had picked up along the way.
Despite the differences in all of their programming, the common goal was to see how effective these programs were and what can be done along the way to improve what they're doing to better serve their communities.
Well, first of all, having the expertise in developing the questionnaire and the evaluation tool is important, but then also getting the assistance to statistically analyze it and being able to present it in that way is important and powerful for someone to understand.
We really need to know what's going on out there in an accurate way and really need to know how these programs are functioning rather than just guessing at it as we sometimes did in the past where people are assuming everything is going okay and people seem relatively happy, but we want to know the exact impact that these programs are having on people.
Throughout the grant program, the center team was able to help each of the grantees work through their evaluations, from thinking of their evaluation questions to developing measures to helping with data collection and assisting in their analysis of their projects. It was wonderful to see the outcomes that they all saw, as well as watch them learn from the importance of evaluation and what that kind of looks like.
I think one thing we learned through this evaluation cycle is that we need to do more continuous or ongoing evaluation so that we can make the changes needed right away that our recipients are looking for instead of waiting at the end of the year or more than a year to make changes for our recipients.
We learned right off the bat that staff and volunteers really enjoy having more education and resources available to them so that they feel empowered to help their clients make the healthy choice, the easy choice.
We've learned that the families really like our school pantries. They like the convenience of being able to go to the school to pick up food. There are also people who might not otherwise go to a traditional pantry out in the community someplace. They like the hours locations. However, some families also indicated to us that they might like the pantries to be open more often. As an aside, COVID-19, the coronavirus, also hit in mid-March, and so our school pantries closed. So unexpectedly, we learned some other things, which is that the families who went to the school pantries relied on the school pantries a whole lot, and they had to find alternatives. And so it was a really critical part of their getting food.
The Gretchen Swanson Center for Nutrition is passionate about evaluation. We understand the importance of a well thought out, well executed study.
I think the Gretchen Swanson Center staff, the research staff, and the Rooted in Evidence grant really improved our capabilities to do evaluations like this in the future, not only for the school pantry, but for other things.
We're thrilled to continue to offer the Rooted in Evidence grant program. We're excited to work with food banks to show you that evidence truly does empower.
Gretchen Swanson Center is so supportive. They'll help you the entire way and really get into the nitty-gritty of what to evaluate in your program and how.